Hey everybody, Koosemose here, back again with Last Dream World Unknown. We are deep within Mount Agni, in this kind of octopus-looking place, with no clear clue as to which direction to go. But we are going to attempt to remember to stick to the left wall, and hopefully that serves us well. I'm kind of disappointed in the piercing bombs, but I may have said this before, but that's one of the problems with me being higher leveled than I would otherwise be, because while everything else scales, the bombs do not. So perhaps if I hadn't started off at a higher level, they would be worthwhile, but sadly I did not, so they are not. But that's all fine and dandy. So we're going to assume the rest of these will be potions, because the chests do seem to stick into themes. As I've mentioned before, I kind of wish they just cram everything into one chest, or at least cram themed items into a chest. It makes sense, like, I could see them not having them crammed into one chest if it was, you know, a sword and a shield maybe. Perhaps if it was something like, I don't know, weapon and a recipe, I could see those not stacking even though they are kind of themed. But like, multiple weapons should probably go together, multiple potions definitely, especially ones of the same general type. My, what do we have here? A disgusting excuse for life. It'll be my pleasure to be the one to end your life. You think it's gonna happen? Ooh. Okay, so things are going to get a little more tricky, presumably. We are going to scan this fellow because he is new. Otherwise, we are going to kind of roughly follow our standard setup. We'll see how things go. And ooh, I failed to steal from him. And for good measure, I've been pretty badly wounded. Okay. That is definitely a thing I should be wary of. Alright, so get a triple threat down. Let's just... We're probably going to handle you fine. Your things we can steal are pretty nice, but not super worried. Still going to try to rob you. And a mass life drain in case... Oh, jeez. Jareth just might need more accuracy and agility if I'm having this much trouble hitting and this much trouble stealing. Okay, you're so comically close to dead. If I can get that off, you'll be dead. That will probably do it. A burglary. And if all else fails, I don't know, hydrogen bomb. Oh, man. Alright, yeah, we need to definitely crank up Jareth's accuracy. Okay. Fortunately, he does have some levels on him. Okay, so what is everyone else's? Like, why does no one else have the accuracy issues he does? Because weight plays into it, but he shouldn't have that much weight, right? Well, let's go ahead and crank this up. What do you think? Like, 350 should do it. Seems just fine and dandy. And can we hit 600 strength? I'm not sure. Or strength. Agility, rather. Yeah, we can. Alright, so now let's put the remainder into crit. Crit's pretty nice. Okay. You're actually terrible, but it doesn't matter. You miss more than I'd like as well. So let us get you kind of up there. And maybe some more pre would be good. Yeah, you are vastly below everybody else. So let's get you up to like at least 250. I'd like you to stop going after so many enemies. Whoops, too high. That's alright. Pump the crit up a touch. So you can get this up to just a flat 650. Alright, and what's our defense look like? Pretty good. Let's take the magic defense up. And who cares about round numbers? Alright. You have, like, not quite the highest attack, but... Well, you know what? Since you have so many things that give you, like, a penalty to your attack, let's go ahead and crank this up. Can I... Oh, just so close. And I think Sid just keeps getting his int cranked. Maybe hit 1,000? I mean, I'm assuming he can hit 1,000. Well, maybe not off of this batch of points. No. Okay. Seems pretty solid to me. I didn't raise anything else. I will go ahead and pump your HP up a little bit. And all the rest is good. Met him there, and so we're on this path. Okay, well, not that one, at least. So, ooh, single chest. Sounds good. An ancient spear. Ooh. The ancient weapons tend to be pretty nice. Now, were there any other... Of course there were. Branches. That's what I was trying to say before I got the answer. And that is why it is so critical that I keep to the left wall. Right, and a resurrection elixir. I think that's the good thing, or is that the... I don't know. They're just potions. I'm not good at paying attention to them. Why would I pay attention to the potions I get? It's not like they're important. Okay, they're important. I really talk about how important they are all the time. Okay, anyways, we are probably, yeah, back to this. So, well, that was easy. So, following the left would be this way. I can't quite get to the point where I can defeat these monsters in one turn, sadly. Mind you, with Jareth's dagger, they're usually paralyzed, or at least the bulk of them are paralyzed. So it's not like they're a huge threat. I'd just like to kill them a little sooner. You know, just because. But we're not going to be able to achieve that anytime soon, it would seem. So let's be happy with what we have. The ability to take down most of these guys without being hurt. Well, to be more accurate, without being hurt severely. Invisibility ring. And Citadel ring. Those I'm curious about. And so we have our convenient new thing here. Citadel's 150 magic defense and 150 agility. That makes sense since I believe it's an agility spell that gives Jareth gives him an agility boost. Alright. So again, we are following the left. And here we go on a new path. Which occasionally I have to stop and think for a moment, get myself oriented with my character. Because obviously what's my left is not always his left. Alright, I'm wondering how close we are to the exit of this level of the dungeon, I suppose. And for that matter, how many there are. Can you assume regular, great? Yep, same fairly standardized pattern. I don't know, they may have tweaked the middle ones slightly, but I only say they might have because I didn't really pay too close of attention, other than just the general premise that it's normals bracketing greats. But continuing right along, and nothing. Darn it. Watch it be like the last path I take is the right one. Well, it's gonna be close to it. After I put an end to you, I'll feed you slowly to my pet Black Widow. I think she'll enjoy you. I don't think she'll have the opportunity. Of course, these guys are reasonably strong. I think it's worthwhile still scanning. Let's try for a throat slit. And I'm going to intensely study it. Still, What is up with these guys? Sickness of this wall. Woof. Okay. Okay. I need to meat shield up. You need a fast item for me. And let's use an Essence of the Phoenix. Get people up and going immediately. And hopefully Koos has enough hit points to stand up for a little bit. Alright. Now we triple threat. You did not get a scan off. Or maybe you did, I'm not sure. You need some healing of your own, so go ahead and take care of that yourself. Alright, so these guys' threats are to be taken seriously. We should definitely at least throw in the meat shield into there. Just so we can control the attacks a little bit more. We think Critical Rage is fun. I don't know if it's the best attack for us. But it certainly is an attack, and you know what? Have a battle of wits, ya jerk. Or die beforehand, that works too. Alright, we came from up there, right? So we're heading this way. I think. Oh goodness, I hope that during that long fight I didn't get turned around. I'm sure someone will tell me if I did. As long as I'm still following the left wall and haven't skipped anything, the worst situation though is that I will just be doubling a path I've already been on. Not the greatest, but also not the worst. We're getting oh so close to our next level, and oh so slowly creeping towards 150. Alright, next screen. I'm going to go ahead and drop a save here, just to be sure of things. Alright. Continuing right along. This seems decidedly straightforward. What do you think? Upcoming boss fight? Certainly seems suggestive of it. Other than just that one little fight we had there, there is no maze to any of this, just a long, long path so far. Is this going to be the final level before the boss? I'm assuming that's not a super boss, but just in case. I'm trying to beg too much before I put you out of your misery. Okay, these guys are a little difficult at least. So, meat shield. Let's get us a scan in. You know what? We need... how about that? That should do. And you will still intensely study. That's the best idea? I don't know. Probably not. That's what we're going to do, though. So, hopefully it doesn't end up wrecking us. Ooh. That was a little bit painful. And he acts before most of us. It is an important thing to remember. But we've got a triple threat coming up. We do an arrow storm. At least some stealing done. And I think Biolab yourself seems the route to go. Good, good, good. Focus on Koos. He can take it. So this gets everybody back up to full. Or, well, no, that doesn't. This should. And, you know, it actually probably won't be enough for Koos, because he does have a crazy amount of hit points right now. But that is fine. Dandy, actually, you're running out of MP. So, I think Now would be a time to do a little of this. See if we can drop him before he pulls anything else nasty. We actually got this point of attack, a first action. Okay, yeah, buff yourself. That'll do you a lot of good. There we go. Nicely done, if I do say so myself. Of course, going to magic up. You don't use that much. You do. Hit points are good enough. So yeah, this... I understand maybe the concept's kind of like going through a gauntlet, you gotta survive the random encounters, but I've made it to this point. Come on. Don't make me just go through a long walk with however many random encounters I have. I could just make it even fewer if I wanted to. I've got a hunter. I've got repel rings. Random encounters aren't really a threat unless I want them to be. I mean, a given encounter, once they have it, could be. But just an area, if the only threat or difficulty is supposed to be by random encounters, not really gonna matter that much. What do you have to say, sir? Don't mistake my keen economic decisions for friendship. I'll trade with anyone, even my worst enemy, if it comes out in my favor. The 3 hellish essences, 3 infernal wicks, and 3 scourgement sails. You can have a flame brooch. Want to trade? No. Got enough of those, and the fish I still have left over kind of are at least as good as those typically. Okay, yeah, this is just getting a little, like, comically ridiculous. I mean, maybe it's supposed to give you an epic sense of scale, or the sense of the epic scale, however you want to put it. But there's other ways that could be done. Ugh, how do you stand your own stench? This is against my better judgment, but I'll trade with you because I desperately need certain monster remains. Hellish essences, yada yada. No. I mean, I was down with the trading to start with, but I don't really need most of that stuff. And some of these essences are becoming a little harder. Yeah, monster remains are becoming a little harder to come by. Ooh. Now these I do like, I'll admit. And I do kind of like that the Super Dungeon has its own special chests. It's a nice little thing. I don't know why it makes it nice, but it just feels like it does. If I haven't mentioned, we have recently hit level 46, so that's nice. I think, is he going to attack me? I'm going to save because I don't feel like having to, like, reset from who knows how far back. Anyways, Arg, filthy, insolent human, your kind undeservedly rules the overworld, and as if that were not enough, you taunt us by invading our blessed mountain. You die now. You still an elect? Yes, you are. Okay. So, let us follow the proper patterns. I should drop a little of that action. Now, is his attacks, do you suppose, magical or physical? I feel like some attacks are really not obvious if it's magical or physical. Like, some things I would definitely feel are magical don't seem to be. Of course, it also just says elemental, despite the name null magic, but I think all magic is technically elemental. Ooh. Well, that one's a nasty one. Okay. So she's real messed up. Oh, so is... Okay. Well, let's cleanse him, I think. Oh, Koos, you are so dreadfully on edge. Fortunately, this will get people some HP. It is good, because some folks need it. Alright. You still need HP. And let's cleanse Ceraliel as well. Insta-kill? Maybe? Be lovely? No? Ooh. Koos is still holding on. Ever so carefully. Okay, the life drain did not really help that much. Okay, well, fine. He'll just telekinetic frenzy. You shall do a field medic for me. You're still thieving. And give me a little of that action. Now, several people are close enough that they could be at risk of death. So I may not be making the smartest decision. And if this kills him, thank goodness it did not. Okay, so, do you have fast life? Yes, you do. And you've got a little of that action. Battle Blitz is not a fast action. So as long as he doesn't die before... Don't die to the burglary. Thank you. I would have been kind of annoyed, actually. Should... Okay. I suppose I will pop that. And oh! He actually defeated me. I went into that conky, didn't heal up. That probably didn't help matters. So let's do that. Get everybody tip-top shape. Like absolute tip-top. Full on mana. And there we go. Alright. Save again there. Yeah, we know that text. Let's see if we can't. Okay, you're going to meet shield right at the start. You're going to transcendent scan? Maybe. Let's get an old magic down. That may have helped. I don't really know. But I do like doing the scans. It just feels like it helps. Okay, good. Target him. We don't have any problems. So we're going to lay off using triple threat until I have injured people. That seems the best way to do things. And now we're going to intensely study him. Still not getting that thievery down. These guys are tricky. Man. Can I boost my party's preemption? I don't know if there's any useful way I can do that. Alright, Koos should heal before we get another horribly difficult fight, and I think is the way I was going. Well, if nothing else, if it doesn't go down, then I've chosen wrong. And if this goes for too much longer, I might just turn off encounters. Or, well, not turn them off, but, you know, put the ring, crank him down with the hunter bait, and, you know, at that point I might get like one encounter during however much is left here. But this descent is getting comically long. So, you know, I might be willing to go ahead and do that. And this better be like the final section. I mean, not necessarily this. I would like this to be the final section. Obviously it's not. Gonna go down at least once more, because we still have lava flowing down. We will save because I'm not backtracking because of a Pitlurian. Kind of abide your existence. Ready to die? Yes, yes. Okay, so again, I've gone into this without full stuff going on. Not the best idea. Let's get healing chant, actually. Try a little of that. Let's just go like right in, off the bat, try to hit him as hard as I can. See if that works for me. Is that the hardest I can hit? Maybe, maybe not. And the healing chant should do nicely for me. And that hits like a decently sized ton of bricks. And you can triple threat. Arrow storm. Alright, now you will intensely study. Kind of feeling like... oh, sickness is smart. That... ooh. Okay. We've got to break them out of that quick, like. see, do we get Soraya because she can help heal? Seems the way to go. You know what? Let's go ahead and get them both out. That, soft, yeah. You'll go ahead and cleanse, however. And that should take care of them both. Alright. We need to get triple threat off. Let's go ahead and give me another telekinetic frenzy. What a field medic. Your health is fine. Okay. Managing to carry it through. These guys are a bit brutal, but I can do it. Now, of course, this is all without any significant buffing. So, you know, hopefully buffing will turn that tide drastically. Because I expect the final boss to be much more difficult. How much farther does this go? Really? Tell you what, since this is so seemingly long and monotonous and repetitive, and I was trying to think of some more synonyms there, I'm going to go ahead and skip on past just all the boring walking. We'll show anything interesting like this. Full ambrosia and full nectar. I mean, those aren't super interesting, but hey, it's a side thing. Alright, see you when something gets interesting. Alright, we've gotten into a Pitlurian's house. Again, going to save. Let's see, if the price is right, I will craft whatever you like. I can look past your disfigured exterior and horrible smell if you give me the remains I want. It's not that bad, yeah. So now we can synthesize. What can we synthesize? Regenerative shield. Oh, very nice sounding. Shield protects against all debuffs. That's a... Okay, this is an Aegis thing. So... You've only got 2 people that can use shields. What else do we have? Like, that's the only Aegis armor, I think. Yeah, because these all... They follow a pattern. Okay, so sadly... That's all we're going to get on that front. Okay, so... We do not have an Aegis dagger? Oh, that is a shame. We don't have any of the... Really, how do I not have an Aegis dagger or spear? Dagger absorbs 3% of MP dealt. That's really nice. But I don't think it actually matters because I really like the dagger I've got right now. Alright, continuing on down. Okay, we've seemed to reach the bottom finally, and I'm not sure which path of these I want to take. So... Well, this certainly feels... Well, one, like it's got the Aegis items. Scholar's Ring, Bastion Ring. I think we have one of those. All these chests. Surely that means the boss is ahead. So... Ooh, Everlasting Cloak. Okay. And some scales. Alright, first off, let's check just new items. That is... Everlasting Cloak. Can I? No. Bastion Ring, right. Scholar's Ring is int 150. And the only thing we got stuff to make... I mean, the Everlasting Cloak might be good. I don't think I want to track back for that. However... There was this little downward passage that I would like to see if it contains anything of interest. I don't think it's that far back. Alright, let's see what is here. Of course, watch this be the way forwards, and for some odd reason that was something else. Don't know. Anyways, how long is this? Oh no, I don't... Okay. I'm not sure. I think I'm going to backtrack, and it was like... No, I don't know how far back it was to that guy who made stuff. So I'm going to backtrack, meet you back at that door, and we'll see if there's anything interesting in there. Alright, we are ready to go in. And let's do it. The other way is the right way. It's just a treasure place. Okay, so presumably riddle? Lucifer plays a game of chance with you for your soul. 3 doors lie before you. Behind one is salvation, while the other 2 offer eternal damnation. Okay. You first choose a door, and then Lucifer, who knows what lies behind each door, will open another door that offers eternal damnation. Lucifer then asks you whether you want to stay with your original choice or switch to the 3rd door. What should you do? Well, this is the Monty Hall problem straight up, so we switch doors. Completed the 3rd of 3 parts of the Mount Agni puzzle. Did I do the 1st? Wow. Anything else though? I've got UJB orbs, so that's cool. I'm assuming the previous one of those I had was the first part. Interesting. Anyways, I'll meet you back down at the other spot. Okay, so going back to the old stick to the left wall. I'm not sticking to the left wall, am I? I'm going to the right, apparently. So we'll stick to the right wall. Cillian sludge? Didn't really get a close enough look at that. Whoops, my bad. We'll presumably get some of that from Monster and I'll know what it is. Anyways, moving right along. We can obviously see there's a lot of chests hanging out in various spots here. First off, it's Stygian sludge. And I just fought a monster, the Stygian sludge or slime or something of the sort, which just completely devours my MP. Now, I could have done that a little more efficiently, but I've got a lot of potions that can forward even more. If I accidentally switch to the... Oh, be consistent here. Do not get yourself lost. So I really thought I was much closer to the end of this thing than apparently I am. And maybe I'm missing a lot of stuff in there. Who knows? Maybe I stumbled across the right path. That'd be nice. But despite the missed items that would mean. I'm having troubles being consistent on my walls. So hopefully I find my way out of here quickly. I just keep on switching and it's so horrible. I would like to see if I can get down there though. Not gonna happen like that, but this might loop around. Yeah. Oh, man, these guys are getting really nasty though. Phoenix Ashes and Resurrection Elixir. Well, that was disappointing. I mean, I really thought I was going to be like fighting the boss anytime soon. And I mean, piercing bombs, sure. If they lived up to my expectations, that'd be nice, but I am so throwing this one off. Let's go up there. On the plus side, my inability to navigate, my habit of getting horribly confused will help me level even more. So that's a thing that you could look at as a positive. I'm going this way because it felt closer to chests. Not the actual chest I thought I was going to be closer to, but yeah. If I had realized we weren't going to be fighting the boss, I probably would have ended the episode at the start of this area. So, my bad. I'm accidentally backtracking I'm so confused. Like, I've messed up the proper wall so many times, it's downright comical. Get Aegis Cloak and an Aegis Robe. It'd be nice if well, I've got a cloak recipe, so there's that. I don't think I've been down. No, maybe I have. Okay, so following, like, the problem is I want to get back to following the right wall, but I keep on being in a situation where if I've done it wrong, it's just going to lead me to backtracking, and I really don't want that at all, though I might actually be backtracking now. Okay, let's assume right wall. That's going to take us around to that, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Okay, so right wall from there. Follow this proper, quit breaking off, and while we might backtrack ourselves a few times, this will get us as close as possible to following the proper path. Just have to remember what wall I'm supposed to be following and not get crossed up. So I'm like 99% certain that this is an area I have been before, but I'm going to stick to my guns until such time as it takes me back to where I came from, or where I started rather. Side note, those stitching slimes are real freaking nasty. While I'm in here, I should go ahead and magic up. Don't use that one. I mean, if you really don't want to... I'm using this so inefficiently. Alright. Right wall, right wall, right wall. Okay, so go this way. Ignore that bit. Alright, we might be in the vicinity of somewhere new. That would be a lovely bit. Or we're back where we came from. Ugh. Okay. It's integral that we stick to our right wall. Okay, yes, this place we've been before. Yes, we will be backtracking, but I will never, ever find my way out of this place if I don't try to stick to a right wall. Or one single wall, but a right wall. I'm going to keep saying right wall because the more often I say right wall, the more firmly that I'm supposed to be following the right wall is going to stick into my head. And I've definitely passed that guy. I've been here so many times. We're sticking to the right wall. I do apologize, my commentary is boring and consists of pretty much me saying the word right wall over and over again. Don't go that way. Okay, now you can go that way. Alright, occasionally people get hurt really bad. So let's take care of this. Other than that, we're good. We're on the right wall. And continuing on. I think at this point in time, I will probably reduce our random encounters. Let's go ahead and save. Back to the top, I suppose. Okay. After I destroy you, I shall parade your broken corpse about the blessed mountain. Okay, you're gonna be even worse. We've got to go all out. Let's actually get vigilance going. And try to just hit with the damage right up the bat. Meat shield I want to start with. I feel like it gives us a better chance of survival. Oh, brutal. That'll certainly help. As will battle with not as much damage as I'd like out of it. Okay, well, obviously, you are going to triple threat. You're going to Arrow Storm. You're going to do this. I think we need... Wow, we have 100 Ambrosia. Let's see. If I get something... What's the next one down? 50%? Well, might as well use that, right? Or... I mean, even that will do it, right? Because if 3 times, it's 1,500? Or 15,000. Yeah, that's more than enough. Okay. Still with the missing of the thievery. Alright. Hoping he dies after this. Aerostorm's a decent little bit. I mean, obviously the triple threat wasn't needed. For healing purposes, still pretty decent damage, though. Telekinetic Frenzy, though, is even better. And I do want you to keep stealing. And a battle of wits. If no one dies, I think I can take him down. Ooh, now I could use the triple threat. But he is dead. Excellent. Right wall. And hoping we get out of here. Yeah, so I think that's the wrong place. I'm just going to go with the items. That is repelling bait. Just to reduce our encounters. And let me get through this just a little bit quicker. So we've got a mana ring and a juggernaut ring. I think I've seen the juggernaut ring before. But the mana ring is... Ah, there it is. Increases MP by 200%. We already have one, though. Someone's wearing the other juggernaut ring is what it is. So I have to climb up that wall, so we're going this one. Okay. And more stuff here. Excellent. So we are finally on to new territory. That is excellent. And this would be the right wall. Now, at any random point, we may end up back in explored territory, i.e. old territory, because of my just terrible ability to stick to walls. I mean, okay, most people don't stick to walls, but it kind of sounds like I'm talking about Spider-Man. Anyways, back to exploring and back to sticking to the right wall. I mean, it does feel like down might be the right way to go, but that way madness lies. And hopefully, yeah, this is feeling like an area I've been before. It is, okay. So it's possible at some point in time, if I, while I was here, started following the right wall, it might have taken me to the exit much sooner. But that was my mistake then. No point in worrying about it overly so now. Man, even the regular monsters are getting tough to hit. Okay, so this is the right wall? Yes. So, yeah, that accuracy. Again, though this is being a super dungeon, it's probably some of the toughest stuff we're going to face. You're going to stick to the right wall unless I find the exit, in which case I'll double back to go ahead and fight him or see what he wants. And as long as... Okay, so we found the exit. So, as I said, I am going to double back and talk to this fellow. We will save first. What do you want? You have no right to violate the sanctity of the Blessed Mountain. Squalid human, your actions cannot go unpunished. Alright. So, pretty good health. That's good. We will meat shield up. Don't think we need that. Let's get a vigilance going. I think we should start with armed robbery because of the plus 500 agility. And right off the bat with Battle of Wits. Alright, now you're getting that stealing going successfully. This is a painful... Oh my good lord. That's just comically bad. Okay. Well, give me a triple threat. You give me a fast item. Do we have to raise the entire party? I guess that is fine. I mean, you don't need to use those, so take a bit of extra time to navigate. We're going to get a bit of a heal. All that out is 25%, so take it to 75. Yeah, that's fine. As long as nobody dies. Again. Okay, so this takes everybody but Koos up to, well, pretty much max. Well, quite literally max, actually. And we will attempt to do this. Another battle of wits. I'm sure I should heal Koos. But Ooh, that does sting, doesn't it? And very nice bit of damage. Okay. You're also on the cusp of 149. Yeah, if this goes on much longer, we might be 150 before we face the boss of this area. Again, since we're in here, let's go ahead and just top people off. I'm going to go ahead and just peek there. And maybe just peek a few of these other little corners, see if they quickly lead to treasure. They do not. Okay. We've entered this next area. For all I know, the boss is right around the corner, but I'm not going to make the same mistake twice. We're going to go ahead and call it here. And be back next time, hopefully to finish Mount Agony. But again, this is a pretty big, slightly annoying place. Again, it is a super dungeon, but there were some places that, like the big long walk section. Really? I mean, I suppose it's a great maze for me. Pretty much nowhere to go wrong. So, I suppose I shouldn't be complaining too much considering how bad I do with the turns. Anyways, I do hope you enjoyed. If you have, don't forget to leave a like, and let me know what you think in the comments. But, until next time, catch you later.